Amanda Batula has been one of the most recognizable faces in Bravo's reality TV world for years, and now fans are buzzing all over again, because her return to Summer House is officially back in the spotlight. If you've been following the show from the beginning, then you already know Amanda's journey has been one of the most emotional, complicated, and talked about storylines in the entire series. From her early days on the show to the ups and downs of her relationships, friendships, and personal growth, Amanda has always brought a mix of vulnerability, drama, and real-life struggles that kept viewers invested. So now that she's returning to Summer House once again, fans are asking the big question: what's really behind her decision to come back? And is there more to the story than what we've been told? For longtime viewers, Amanda isn't just another cast member. She's been a major part of the emotional core of Summer House for multiple seasons. The show itself has built a loyal audience by following a group of young friends spending their summers together in the Hamptons, and over the years, it's become known for explosive fights, intense friendships, romantic chaos, and the kind of reality TV moments that people can't stop talking about online. Amanda has been right in the middle of many of those moments. She's laughed, cried, fought, forgiven, and grown up in front of the cameras. That's why her return feels like such a big deal. It's not just another casting update. For fans, it feels like the return of someone whose story has been deeply connected to the identity of the show itself. The curiosity around Amanda's return has only gotten stronger because of her past history with Summer House. Whenever a reality star steps away from a show, even briefly, and then decides to come back, people immediately start wondering what changed. Was there unfinished business? Did producers want her back because they knew she still had more story to tell? Did Amanda herself feel like she wasn't done? Or is there something bigger happening behind the scenes that fans haven't fully seen yet? Those are the kinds of questions that always come up when a familiar face re-enters the mix, especially someone with Amanda's history. Rumors have already started flying, and that's no surprise. The reality TV world moves fast, and once word gets out that someone like Amanda Batula is returning, speculation kicks into overdrive almost instantly. Some fans think she might be coming back to revisit old tensions, or reconnect with people she's had unfinished issues with. Others believe she may be stepping into this new season with a totally different mindset, ready to show viewers a more independent, more self-assured version of herself. There are even people who think her return could shift the entire energy of the house, especially if old relationships and unresolved conflicts get brought back to the surface. And if you know Summer House, then you know that once old emotions get stirred up, things can get messy very quickly. Amanda's complicated history on the show is a huge reason why this return has fans so interested. She hasn't had a simple or easy run on Summer House. Her time on the series has been shaped by emotional moments, stressful confrontations, personal struggles, and relationship drama that often played out in front of everyone. Unlike some cast members who come and go without leaving much of an impact, Amanda's presence has always felt important. Whether she was at the center of a major storyline, or quietly reacting to the chaos happening around her, viewers always paid attention. She became one of those cast members whose emotional state often reflected the larger mood of the house. When Amanda was thriving, things felt lighter. When Amanda was stressed, hurt, or frustrated, the tension in the house usually followed. Of course, one of the biggest reasons Amanda has remained such a central figure in the Summer House universe is her relationship with Kyle Cook. Their relationship has been one of the defining storylines of the entire show. From the very beginning, fans watched the two navigate an on-again, off-again dynamic filled with highs, lows, arguments, reconciliations, trust issues, emotional conversations, and major milestones. Their connection has always been intense, and because it unfolded on camera, viewers became deeply invested in every twist and turn. There were moments when fans rooted hard for them, believing they could work through anything. There were other moments when people questioned whether the relationship was bringing out the best in either of them. That's what made their story so compelling. It wasn't simple, and it definitely wasn't perfect. Kyle and Amanda's relationship didn't just affect the two of them. It influenced the entire house. Their arguments often became group discussions. Their emotional struggles changed the energy of shared weekends. Their decisions affected friendships, alliances, and even how other cast members related to each other. When Amanda was hurting, her friends rallied around her. When Kyle was in the hot seat, everyone had opinions. And because their relationship was such a major focus of the show, Amanda often found herself under pressure not just from Kyle, but from the expectations of viewers and the reactions of the people around her. That kind of environment can be exhausting, and it's one of the reasons fans have always felt Amanda carried a unique emotional weight on Summer House. But Amanda's story on the show has never been only about Kyle. That's an important part of why her return is so interesting now. Over the years, she's also built strong friendships and complicated dynamics with several of the women in the cast, including names fans know well like Lindsay and Paige. Those friendships, alliances, and occasional tensions have added even more layers to her journey. Amanda has often been seen as someone trying to balance loyalty, honesty, and self-protection, especially when the house gets divided or drama spills over into multiple relationships. Her friendships have helped define her role on the show, and many fans are eager to see how those dynamics might evolve this time around. Will she fall back into old patterns with familiar people? Or will this season show a version of Amanda who approaches those relationships in a completely new way? That's where the latest update becomes especially interesting. Amanda Batula has recently opened up about why she's returning to Summer House, and according to what she's shared, the reason may not be what some fans expected. Instead of coming back for revenge, romance, or unresolved drama, Amanda has framed this return as something much more personal. She says she's returning to focus on herself. And for fans who've watched her go through emotional ups and downs on the show, that statement hits differently. It suggests this isn't just about stepping back into the spotlight. It may be about reclaiming her own identity in a space where she's often been defined by the people around her. Amanda's explanation centers around personal growth, reflection, and a desire to become a better version of herself. That's a major shift in tone from the kind of assumptions many viewers initially had. Instead of making her comeback about proving something to someone else, she's presenting it as a chance to work on herself and move forward in a healthier way. For a reality TV audience that's used to dramatic returns being tied to conflict or shocking twists, that kind of answer can be surprising. But it also feels very Amanda. Throughout her time on Summer House, she's often come across as someone who genuinely feels deeply and wants to understand herself, even when the environment around her is chaotic. This period of reflection and self-discovery seems to have played a big role in Amanda's decision. It sounds like she's had time away from the intensity of constant filming and the non-stop pressure of being in the middle of house drama, and now she's coming back with a clearer sense of what she wants. That doesn't necessarily mean the drama is gone. This is still Summer House, after all, but it does suggest Amanda may be entering the season with a different emotional goal. Instead of reacting to everyone else's chaos, she may be trying to stay grounded in her own journey. And if she can actually pull that off, it could completely change how fans see her this season. Of course, even when a reality star says they're coming back to focus on themselves, fans can't help but wonder what that really means in practice. Does focusing on herself mean setting boundaries? Speaking up more? Refusing to get pulled into the same cycles that used to wear her down? Does it mean distancing herself from people who drain her? Or does it mean confronting things she's avoided in the past? That's what makes Amanda's return so compelling. Her reason sounds simple on the surface, but in the world of Summer House, personal growth can be just as dramatic as any relationship blow-up. Sometimes, choosing yourself is the biggest plot twist of all. And let's be honest, fans are still going to be looking for the real tea. No matter how genuine Amanda's explanation may be, viewers know that reality TV is layered. What gets said publicly is one thing, but what actually happens in the house can be a completely different story. Even if Amanda truly is returning to work on herself, that doesn't mean old wounds won't resurface. It doesn't mean unresolved tension with castmates won't come back up. It doesn't mean producers won't put her in situations that test her growth almost immediately. In fact, if Amanda is trying to show she's changed, the show may push that even harder by surrounding her with the exact dynamics that challenged her before. That's why this season could be so interesting. Amanda returning with a self-growth mindset sounds great, but Summer House has never exactly been a peaceful environment. It's a house full of big personalities, strong opinions, emotional baggage, and cameras capturing everything. If Amanda is serious about becoming a better version of herself, then this may be the ultimate test. Can she hold her boundaries when conflict starts? Can she avoid getting dragged into drama that doesn't serve her? Can she navigate old friendships without falling into the same emotional patterns? And maybe most importantly, can she be seen as her own person rather than just one half of a couple, or one piece of a bigger cast dynamic? Fans are also curious about how Amanda's return might impact the overall chemistry of the house. When a longtime cast member comes back, especially someone with real emotional history, the group dynamic almost always shifts. People react differently. Old friendships can either strengthen or fracture. New cast members may not fully understand the history, which can create awkward or unexpected moments. And if Amanda is showing up with a new perspective, that alone could throw people off. Sometimes the version of you that people are used to is the version they expect to keep seeing. When you grow, it can make others uncomfortable. That's something viewers may very well see play out if Amanda is truly entering this season with a stronger sense of self. There's also the possibility that Amanda's return could open the door to storylines fans didn't see coming. While everyone is focused on the obvious questions, Kyle, friendships, old tension, there may be completely different angles this season that end up becoming central to her journey. Maybe she'll explore new goals outside of the relationship drama that once defined her. Maybe she'll step into a more confident leadership role in the group. Maybe she'll become the unexpected voice of reason. Or maybe the pressure of trying to grow in front of cameras will create new challenges that are just as intense as anything from the past. With Amanda, there's always that unpredictability, and that's part of why viewers stay invested. What makes Amanda's story especially relatable to a lot of fans is that it isn't just about reality TV drama. Beneath all the parties, fights, and Hamptons chaos, her journey has often reflected something deeper: the struggle of trying to figure out who you are when your life is constantly tied to other people's expectations. That's why so many viewers connect with her. They've seen her wrestle with love, loyalty, insecurity, and self-worth in ways that feel real, even within the exaggerated world of Bravo. So when she says she's coming back to focus on herself, a lot of fans probably want to believe that. They want to see her win. They want to see her find peace. They want to see her become the version of herself that maybe she's been trying to become all along. At the same time, because this is reality TV, fans also know that growth doesn't happen in a straight line. There will probably still be tears. There will probably still be arguments. There will probably still be moments where Amanda gets pulled into situations she'd rather avoid. But maybe that's the point. Growth on a show like Summer House doesn't mean becoming perfect. It means handling the same chaos differently. It means learning from old mistakes. It means recognizing when something is unhealthy and choosing another path, even when it's uncomfortable. If Amanda can show even some of that this season, it could end up being one of her most compelling arcs yet. In the end, Amanda Batula's return to Summer House seems to be about more than just rejoining the cast. It feels like the start of a new chapter, one that could reshape how fans see her and how she sees herself. Whether she's really back for personal growth, unfinished emotional business, or a little bit of both, one thing is clear: viewers are going to be watching closely. Her return brings history, emotion, curiosity, and the promise of fresh drama all at once. And that combination is exactly what makes a reality TV comeback so irresistible. So as fans get ready for another season of Summer House, Amanda's presence instantly becomes one of the biggest reasons to tune in. She's not just returning to a house. She's returning to a place filled with memories, tension, relationships, and unresolved feelings. She's stepping back into a world that helped define her public image, but this time, she says she's doing it for herself. And if that's true, then this season might not just be entertaining, it might actually be transformative for her. Whether you believe Amanda's return is all about self-improvement, or you think there's still some hidden tea waiting to spill, one thing's for sure: her comeback is already one of the most talked about parts of the new season. Fans are curious, invested, and ready to see what happens next. Will this be Amanda's strongest season yet? Will she finally break free from the patterns that once held her back? Or will old emotions pull her right back into the same chaos that made her one of the most unforgettable cast members in the first place? That's the big question, and honestly, that's exactly why everyone's so hooked right now. If you're as obsessed with Summer House and all the Bravo drama as the rest of us, then Amanda Batula's return is definitely something to keep your eyes on. This new chapter could bring fresh energy, emotional growth, major confrontations, and maybe even a side of Amanda we haven't fully seen before. And if there's one thing Bravo fans know, it's that whenever someone says they're coming back changed, the real test begins the second they walk through that door. So what do you think about Amanda Batula returning to Summer House? Do you believe she's really back to focus on herself and her personal growth? Or do you think there's more going on behind the scenes than she's letting on? Are you expecting a fresh start, or are you bracing for old drama to explode all over again? Let us know your thoughts, because this is one comeback that has fans talking for all the right reasons. And if you've been following every rumor, every cast update, and every Bravo twist, then you already know this season could get very interesting very fast. Stay tuned for more updates, more breakdowns, and more reality TV tea, because if Amanda's return is any sign, Summer House is about to heat up in a big way. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.